Rifters, we're live here at Go Network Studios. It is a wonderful Tuesday evening in the month of March. We do have a sad bit of news to start out with. King Kong Bundy did pass away yesterday, unfortunately. A WWE legend. So we just wanted to give a shout out to him. Rest in peace, King Kong. You were a great wrestler and a legend.
Yeah. 2019, not kind to the world of professional wrestling so far.
Yeah, we also lost Luke Perry, too. I know that most people don't care because he's 90210, but he's also the dad of Jungle Boy.
Right.
Who's going to be, I think, a big star in wrestling coming up. He's in AEW, signed him, so he is Luke Perry's son, but Luke Perry passed away, too, so disappointing. Also, I mean, he was in some good stuff. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. So, R.I.P. Luke Perry, too. Pour out one for you, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably won't, but maybe.
Maybe.
So, today, we have a really big show. I've been excited about this show for the past week. I've been so excited to talk about all this. So, on Pokemon Day, yes, there's a Pokemon Day, they announced the next thing in Pokemon. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, the new games coming to the Switch later this year. So we're going to have two really big segments. It might be the whole show. We're not sure yet. We might try to squeeze in a little bit of wrestling talk, but it's going to be majority Pokemon talk. So if you're a trainer like myself and you want to be the very best, you want to listen to this show and you want to hear what we have to say about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So we'll definitely get into all that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about the trailer itself. We're going to talk about all the details we know about the game so far. We're going to talk about the map a little bit. We're going to talk about the features they showed so far and how we feel about them. We're going to talk about just as much as we can about what we've got to see so far in the game. And then we're going to have a segment on all of the Pokemon that showed up in the trailer. There were 20 Pokemon in total that showed up through various generations of Pokemon. So we're going to talk about all of them, if we're excited to see them in the game, if we're not excited to see them in the game. And then we're also going to talk about the 3 new starters that they unveiled. We're going to talk about what they look like, our initial feelings of them, what we feel they're going to evolve into, stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be jammed packed with Pokemon. So if you want to be a Pokemon master, you're not going to want to miss this episode of Static Rift. And then, like I said, maybe if there's time, we'll try and work in a little bit of wrestling talk because we haven't had a big wrestling segment on the show. Raw's been really good the past few weeks. SmackDown's been really good the past few weeks. So WWE stepped up their game. New Japan, I finally caught up with it, and it hasn't really dipped in quality. It's been really good. It's been really, really good. And the Cutthroat era has started. So we might have to talk about
for us all to breathe with the Switchblade.
Yeah, we might have to breathe with the Switchblade. We might have to talk about it because, oh man, he ruined Tanahashi.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. If not, we'll definitely talk wrestling next week for sure. But we might work it in. We'll see how Pokemon goes, how well we do. There's a lot of stuff to talk about for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So we're really excited about it. And yeah, let's get into the show. We're gonna do normally what we normally do, what we consumed. So what did you guys do this week?
So I'm gonna use my what I consume segment to issue a complaint towards EA Sports.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me.
Because so they did another update patch to Madden this past week, as they usually do. There's usually an update from them every month, just fixing various things. So this patch, they've put in a new thing where if someone is running towards you, you're playing defense, right? Whether it's a running back or, receiver, whatever. They're running towards you, you go to make a tackle. You cannot just stop them in their tracks, nor can you tackle them backwards.
What?
Yes. So now the new system is that if someone's running towards you and you go to tackle, they push you forward for an extra 3 to 4 yards. which doesn't seem like a big deal unless you get to like 3rd and short and the computer decides to do a running play and they run right at you and you have a great linebacker who goes to make the tackle and he gets pushed forward for 3 yards for a first down. You can't stop anyone in their tracks anymore.
That sounds awful.
It's such a broken... I don't know what they...
Do you think they tried to fix it and then it just messed up? And now there's like a glitch or a bug in it now?
It looks like a bug to me. I can't imagine that they actually thought this is a good idea. Because, look, I get it. Like, running backs, receivers, they're all getting bigger and stronger. Not all of them are able to be driven backwards. But if you've got a great linebacker, they're able to drive the player backwards. You see it all the time. But it just, even when you sack the quarterback goes forward for like a yard or two. So it's so broken. I don't know what they did wrong. I don't know if it's what they meant to do or if it's a bug, but it's really bad. And it actually makes the game kind of unplayable. Because good luck stopping any running game when 3rd and short, the computer can just line up and, you know, even if you tackle them, they're going to push you forward for 3 yards and they'll get a first down.
Right.
You're never able to stop the computer. So that is my complaint to EA Sports. Fix your goddamn game. Which, by the way, when it was released, had a bunch of bugs and issues, as it always does, because EA Sports just can't make a good Madden game anymore. But at least try, guys. At least try to come out with an update that's realistic. At least try to watch a football game for me and learn how tackling actually works and just fix it. Because it's so frustrating that we go through this every year with EA Sports. Every time a Madden game comes out, it's like, oh, it's Madden season. We all get really excited because we all love playing Madden because you took the college football game away from us. So this is all we have left now is the pro game. And there's always some stupid bug or issue. The all Madden mode is still impossible unless you adjust the sliders like it's nobody's business. And now it's like this update, I don't even know why they did it. I didn't look at the patch notes, but they do the update and now you can't tackle properly. What are we doing? Like, this is EA Sports. It's not a small rinky-dink little company. You guys are loaded. You should be able to pay people who are better at their job than this. Fix it.
You know, they've given up on Madden and all those games. All they do is just throw one out every year and not care about it.
It's virtually they release the same game every year.
With
and
an
they just
updated
slap
roster.
a new title. Yeah, new roster and a new title. Yeah. That's it. And, like, maybe they'll introduce, like, a little tweak to a new mode. Like, oh, see, new and improved Madden. It's like, no, you didn't really do anything all that innovative. It's the same game. You've made no effort to improve it. And they do it every year. And I get it. Part of it's on me, the consumer, for buying into it every year and paying them the $60 every single year to play Madden. But unless someone else wants to come out with a really good football game, that's what we're stuck with. And we're stuck with improper tackling and running backs always getting forward progress now. It's such crap. It's such crap.
It sounds pretty awful.
Oh, my God. Like, I tried to do it today, and I gave up like 200 rushing yards to friggin' Baltimore because I couldn't, the running backs just couldn't be stopped. It's ridiculous. So, screw you, EA. Fix your damn game.
Yeah, that's... What team do you usually use?
So I tend to do the rebuilding thing in franchise mode. So I like to pick like a really bad team and build them up and whatever, and because I like drafting and all that stuff. So I was like, and I like to relocate the team too. So I was actually a London team because I relocated them to London. But I had really good linebackers. They used to be the Buffalo Bills. Now they're the London Monarchs.
Oh, you can like legit make a team?
Yeah.
And like change it and everything?
Yeah, you can move them to a bunch of different places.
Oh, wow.
So I moved them to London and drafted really well, have good linebackers, so defense should be pretty solid, and it was a freaking joke playing it today. It's like, oh, wow, no, this just can't happen. So that is my complaint.
So what is the uniform? Explain the uniform a little bit.
What do you mean?
Like, you made them the Monarchs. Like, what are their colors now? What do they look like?
So it's like they have a blue uniform with gold pants.
Okay.
And a gold helmet, and the Monarch logo is like the crown. They're preloaded stuff from Madden. Like you have,
yeah.
You have like 3 different mascots to choose from. But But I guess the London Monarchs were like a football team back in the day.
Okay.
In like the European League or something. So I guess that's where they got it from. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. That part of the game is cool. Like they nailed that down, being able to relocate and stuff. That's neat. But yeah, just that one little glitch just makes it so bad. And who knows if they'll ever fix it. Maybe they will next month's patch. We have to wait a month to actually play it properly. But who knows?
Dimitri, how about you?
Well, I did not play Madden. I have not played Madden since 2010 or 11, I think.
Good move.
Back when it actually was good and not just this conveyor belt of games.
Yeah.
I finished last week. I told you I was watching the show Friends. I
Oh, yeah.
finished it,
You're an animal or a sadist, one or the other.
or just bored.
Yeah.
So now I have to figure out another show to move on to because I feel an empty void in my life right now.
Yeah.
Although I did move on to a show that I previously watched. I'm rewatching Rick and Morty because there's new seasons coming out soon.
Nice.
Is it soon?
It's soonish.
I don't buy it. They keep saying it's soonish. I don't think it's gonna be a while.
I mean,
longer.
Let's hope.
It's said that they've already ordered like 4 more seasons.
Oh sure, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get it for another, I don't know, year maybe.
Oh, well, I don't know. But I'm rewatching the first 3 seasons just for the hell of it, just because I can. And then after that, the empty hole in my heart will come back, and I have to find something else to watch.
I'm sure you'll find something.
I don't know. With Hulu, with Netflix, with Amazon Prime, and with a bunch of different websites, I don't know if I will.
Yeah. It's tough out there.
It really is.
Yeah.
Don't they know how hard it is for us?
So now that you've finished it, who's the funniest member of Friends? 'Cause I know what my answer is.
I probably have to say Joey. Or
You still think Joey?
Matt
huh?
LeBlanc, yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I think it was Ross.
Ross is the most pathetic one.
He is, yeah. Oh, he's downright pathetic and just brutal. But like, I don't know. Maybe that's why he's just the funniest to me.
So in the very beginning of the series, he's all like, he's like, hi.
Yeah.
He's all depressing and everything
Yeah.
because he got divorced 3 times, was it, or something like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Although Chandler, I think I told you, I realized why our generation is just a bunch of sarcastic jerks because of all the characters we watch on TV, and
Yep.
Chandler's a perfect example of that.
Oh yeah.
Because half of the series, the second half of the series, all he does is just one-liner sarcastic comments.
Pretty much.
But that's
yeah.
also when Matthew Perry was taking hardcore drugs, so that's all he could really remember.
Yeah, he had some issues. That's
He
true.
did.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're on a cast of the biggest show on TV for a number of years,
Sure.
I'm sure you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So since John is not allowed to go first,
Yeah, because we know what happens. Because now I
Yeah.
know I wanna. I only got a couple minutes, so I did 2 things, which I'm gonna try and get out really fast. I read the Fantastic Four wedding special. So you think that it would be the issue telling you about the Thing's wedding, but it's leading up to the wedding. It's not the wedding issue actually. So it's the wedding special. So it's like showing you different things setting up the wedding. I guess the wedding's going to be the big 650th issue, which has already been out. I'm like 2 issues behind, but at least I'm close on Fantastic Four. I'm not a whole year behind like on some other books.
Sure.
So I promised that I'd start doing pick of the weeks again. So Fantastic Four wedding special number 1 is my pick of the week. So this issue is pretty cool. Like I said, it's not like going into it, you think it's going to be the Thing getting married. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's the wedding special. It's going to be his wedding. Like you're going to see what happens to his wedding. Not the case at all, which is fine. It's really cool. So it's split into 3 different stories. The first story is called Invisible Girls Gone Wild. And it's the bachelorette party for the Thing's wife-to-be, Alicia Masters. And it's pretty awesome. I think it's really awesome. Gail Simone is the writer. I'm a big fan of Gail Simone. If you listen back on the show when the New 52 was around, she was writing Batgirl, and I absolutely loved her Batgirl. It's one of the best DC books in a long time, and she does a fantastic job here. So basically, a bunch of superhero friends and some of Alicia's art friends are bringing her out on a bachelorette party.
Okay.
So you have the Invisible Woman. Obviously, Sue Storm is kind of spearheading the thing. So she, along with She-Hulk, Medusa, Crystal, her sister, a couple of Alicia's art friends, and I want to say there was one other person, but I can't remember who the other person was. But they had like a nice group of super heroines, as well as some of these normal friends that Alicia has, because she's a blind artist. So that's partly why she loves the thing, because she messes around with clay. Her dad is actually the puppet master, an evil supervillain that would make puppets out of clay that would ruin people. So it's cool that she turned out differently from her dad. She loves the thing. One of the standout moments is, there's two actually. So Johnny Storm is coming home to get ready for the Thing's bachelor party. So he's coming home to get the guys ready, and all the girls are showing up, and he's dated almost every girl there. So it's kind of just like a really awkward moment for him, where he's just
all
like,
the ghosts of ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, he's just
past.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
And they all kind of like make fun of him a little bit, and it's pretty sweet. And then there's like the standout moment for sure is they ask Alicia why she loves Ben Grimm so much, why she loves things so much, and she basically explains like how sculpting's her life, and like that's her happy place and everything. So to be with someone like him, because he's a rocky dude, like that's something that she's into, I guess. But she also explains like how he's the most gentle to her, the most nicest to her. Like he makes her feel like she's special every day. Like, and she says a line that most people couldn't make you feel as special in a year that he does in a day. So it's just like, wow, like this is awesome.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
it's a really cool story. So they end up taking her to this strip club called World War Hulk, and it's a superhero themed strip club.
Like it.
So
Like it.
I go to one.
Yeah,
it's
right?
awesome.
Oh, man.
And Medusa, who's the queen of the Inhumans, she like doesn't really know how to handle a strip club. She's kind of doesn't really get the whole human thing sometimes. So she's just like, oh, I'm gonna make this paper currency rain and stuff. Like, it's just funny, like some of the stuff that is said and done. And obviously something happens in the story. I don't want to give it away. Something happens, and obviously a villain attacks the club.
Of course.
But it's an ending that you don't expect. So you expect this villain to be there for a certain reason, and he and she, because it's two different villains that attack, are there for a completely different reason, and it kind of sums up love, and it's a really good story. And then the second story is called Father Figure, and it's Ben Grimm visiting the imprisoned puppet master to ask his blessing to marry his daughter, which I thought was really cool.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
he's really, like, it starts out, he's super nervous. He's talking to Lucia. He's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, this can't go wrong. I need this. And you're thinking, like, oh, this is the wedding. This has to be the wedding. And it's him going to the prison to talk to her father and ask for the blessing. And it's really cool. You know, Ben's an old-fashioned guy, and it makes perfect sense for him to want to ask for the blessing. And you kind of, the drama's built up in like a way that you're not sure how things are going to go, but you get like this really honest conversation between the two, which is, it's really cool. It's definitely really interesting. And then the final story is just a little 2-page, 3-page story, and it's the puppet master after Thing leaves, explaining how he feels kind of about him marrying his daughter, and kind of going through the history of him versus the Fantastic Four and stuff like that.
Right.
And the artwork's by Fred Hembeck, and it's cool little doodle, like cartoon doodles in Fred Hembeck style, and it's awesome. And it's just, like I said, 2 pages. Really good story. Really great. I really loved it. I expected the wedding, got something different, so I'm going to have to read the wedding and maybe talk about it next week. So,
Nice.
yeah. I also watched Sword Art Online, the 3rd season, Alicization, the 1st episode. It's good. I like it. It's a little different from the other 2 seasons. So the 1st season of Sword Art Online, the main character and a bunch of other characters are trapped in an MMORPG. Basically, it's a nerve gear that goes on them that simulates your 5 senses in the game. So it's like you're living in the game. It's like a legit VR. And they get stuck in the game.
Yeah.
The creator makes it so they can't leave unless they beat the game.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people, like if you die in the game, so that was the 1st season.
So like Spy Kids 3D.
Sure,
Yeah.
I guess, but it's a lot better than that.
Just like that masterpiece. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the second season, he's after they finish everything with the first season and getting out of the game and stuff. He still goes into these virtual games like he hasn't learned his lesson.
Jeez.
In the second season, he's hired to find a serial killer that's in this game called Gun Gale Online. It's like a shooting game. It's kind of like, think of like an MMO Call of Duty kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's hired to
Right.
go in this game and kind of figure out. In the third season, he's now working for a company that's trying to do a full body nerve gear that basically taps into your brain waves, and they feel that that's where your soul is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's interesting. In the first episode, they put him in a game and he can't remember what happens. He goes in the game, he does his stuff, and then when he comes out, he can't remember. So it's split between that game where he's a little kid for some reason, and then back on Gun Gale Online where he's helping one of his friends kind of set up for another tournament. But in the second season, there were 2 serial killers. They were a team, and they only caught one of them. So they're still kind of floating around. So that's kind of in the backstory. Like, are they going to show up? Are they not? I don't know. First episode was really good, but just weird, different. So I'm hoping that this little kid game is, I don't know. It took up like half the first, because it was an hour-long episode. The first 30 minutes was him in this little kid world. It's like a medieval world with dragons and knights and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's a little kid. So I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah. Kind of bizarre.
And it's not like all the other shows where he's like, a character where he has like sword abilities and
Yeah.
magic abilities and stuff. With this, he's kind of just like a little kid.
Just a dumb little kid.
cutting
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is weird. This is all right. But first episode was intriguing. It ends in a crazy way. I don't want to give it away what happens at the end of the first episode. I mean, it is the first episode, but I'm still not going to give it away. But it's good. I'm excited, and I can't wait to continue watching it. I have 3 other episodes recorded so far, so I'm definitely going to get into it. And I'm sure I'll be talking more Sword Art Online Season 3. So that's it for me. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back to talk Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So stay tuned, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and we are really excited about this. So definitely stay tuned. Whole new way to see. Oh, man, the Pokemon Johto song
Not bad.
brings back some memories. Still got to catch them all
Yeah, you do.
and be the best you can be. Oh, man. So, as you guessed, it's time for us to talk about Gen 8 of Pokemon. So, we're going to quickly go into how they set up this reveal, which I thought was really, really cool. So, the days up to Pokemon Day, which was February 27th, they were putting up videos on their Instagram of past regions. So they'd put a video up of the region, and then they would put a photo up of the 3 starters.
Right.
And they would kind of, and you'd click the little video, and it would give you like the Pokemon theme for each generation. And you'd kind of see like the best parts of Kanto, or the best parts of Johto, and the best parts of Hoenn, or the best parts of Sinnoh. And then after that, the other regions, I don't really know the names, unfortunately.
No, they're lost on me too.
Yeah,
It's okay.
so I gotta brush up. I might try to play all the original games before, well, at least 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
before 8 comes out.
I will admit, I'm playing Soul Silver right now.
Are you?
Yeah. I need.
Have you found a good emulator? Because I could use one. Yeah.
I have a couple.
All right, good.
I'm probably gonna go out and buy a cheap used 3DS.
I'm trying to avoid doing that.
It's
but
like
I might,
$40.
I know. Yeah, they're not too bad.
I'm probably gonna buy a cheap 3DS and a couple of the games and just play them that way, because my computer can't handle an emulator. So yeah, that's not gonna happen,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So yeah, but that is my goal. I do want to play all the originals. Well, the ones I haven't played yet. So like I said, they announced all the things. So Kanto popped up first. Well, what they did, yeah, so they showed you a video saying visit Kanto, and then if you clicked it, it would show you like various things that Ash did in Kanto and give you kind of little blurbs about it, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
And then they showed you the 3 starters, showed you little stuffed animals of Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur. They did the same thing with Johto, where you heard that wonderful Johto theme song. You saw
Badass.
the 3 starters. Then they had to visit Hoenn, and they did this each day. Each day in the morning, they'd post the video, then they'd post the 3 starters a couple hours later. And everyone was like, oh, something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen. Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
And then everyone thought originally, like all the online uproar was they're going to put out Gen 4 remakes. We're going to get Sinnoh remakes. Everyone's been waiting for it. They've been clamoring for it. And generally, remakes come after a new gen. So Gen 8 will come out, and then they'll do remakes.
Okay.
So next year, they'll probably do a remake. That's how they usually do it.
Yeah.
So they showed you the Sinnoh video. Everyone's like, here we go. They're announcing it. They showed you the Sinnoh starters, and nothing. Then the next day, they put up Visit Unova, which is the 5th generation land, which is supposed to be based off like New York, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And they show you those 3 starters. Then they show you Visit Kalos, which is supposed to be like France, like the French countryside or whatever.
Sense.
And then finally, they show you, well, they posted a thing saying Pokemon Direct 2/27/2019, 6 a.m. PST. And everyone's like, oh, big announcements coming? What's happening?
What's going on?
So everyone's like, oh, what's it going to be? Is it going to be? Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be the Switch game. But everyone was figuring the Switch game was going to be something different. They didn't think it was going to, well, I mean, some people thought it was Gen 8. Some people thought it was the remakes. Some people thought it was both. Some people thought it was maybe a Pokemon Stadium or a Pokemon Snap 2.
That's what I thought.
Some people thought it was going to be multiple things.
Right.
Some people thought it was going to be the fabled Pokemon Stars that was supposed to be coming out.
Sure.
So a lot of things, people were like...
I thought for sure it was going to be Stadium.
They finally put out the Alola Pokemon in their starters. So everyone's like, all right, here we go.
Yep.
So tomorrow it's going to happen. So finally it happened. They pop it out. And immediately, you know right away, some dude pops out. He's like, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. And I was just like, wow, here we go. Here we go. So the trailer was maybe, 2.5 minutes?
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Just over 2 minutes, yeah.
So if you watch the Pokemon Direct thing, which I don't think you can go back to now, it was a 7-minute presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So the directors and the producers kind of came on, and they translated. They had like a translator talking for them, and they explained to you what the region was going to be, the name of the region. They showed you a couple of places in the region. They told you they mentioned the starters a little bit, and then they dropped the trailer.
Yeah.
Which was really, really cool. So for this first segment, we're going to kind of go over the trailer a little bit. We're not going to mention the Pokemon. We'll go over the trailer, what we thought of the trailer. We'll go over what we think of the new region, the Galar region.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll kind of talk about things that we wished were in the trailer that weren't, things that we liked in the trailer, stuff like that. Then in our second segment, that's when we'll get into the Pokemon. So there were 20 Pokemon shown in the trailer, the final 3 being the 3 starters, the 3 new gen starters. Those are the only 3 Pokemon you saw, 3 new Pokemon you saw in this trailer. Yeah. So you get 17 other Pokemon from various generations. So we'll go over them. We'll talk about ones. We'll talk about if we're happy that they're there, if we're not happy they're there. So we're excited. We're definitely excited. So we're going to kind of get into like the trailer, like I said, because to me, I was so excited to hear it. I love the Pokemon Sword. I love Pokemon Shield. Like that was a code name for games back in the day.
Okay.
So everyone was like, "Oh, is this ever going to happen?" And they just thought it was code names because there's always code names for them, and then they end up giving you the real names of the game. So it's cool that they decided to actually use these.
Yeah.
I think the logos look really cool.
Logos are good. Yep. Going
into it though, you're like, "Oh, I'm going to get Sword." It's like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
The Shield logo's awesome.
Shield logo is strong.
It's so cool.
It's strong. Yeah.
If you're looking on right now on Facebook, you can see the 2 logos. I think they look awesome. We're going to be posting some other. We have some other pictures that Dimitri's going to kind of push into the feed.
Yeah, I also, just a small thing, the lettering and the font for Shield is better than the lettering and the font on Sword.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Sword's got the cool little slash going through it. I get that, but the font on Shield is awesome. That is a cool logo.
It's very bulky.
It is, yeah.
It's very like
but it
shield like, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. So like I said, the trailer, which is awesome. It's awesome, but I do have gripes. I can't say that I'm a talk show host without. I guess that's what I am, right? This is a talk show.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I can't say I love something without being critical of it too, because that wouldn't be fair to you guys to come out and be like, well, this was amazing, I love this, and
Sure.
having, no critical thought on it, which I do have a lot of things to talk about. So, so the trailer, like we said, was like 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It shows you a lot of the region. We have a picture of the map. Dimitri, can you put up that the picture of the map? I think I sent you it. So the map looks like the map of the UK, but flipped upside down.
Sure.
Which I think is really cool. So we'll have that up there in a second for you. So they always base each land off a real place. So Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all provinces of Japan.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Then they jumped from Japan to New York in Gen 5. Gen 6 was France, European style. And then Gen 7 is Hawaii. That's
Right.
based off Hawaii.
Yeah.
So Gen 8 is now what it seems to be based off UK, which makes sense with the motif of swords and shields, which I think is really cool. If you look at the map looks pretty expansive, and it definitely is the UK map but flipped.
I would say it's flipped, yeah.
Yeah, they
Like England looks like it's on top.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
they flipped everything, and you
Yeah.
can kind of tell like they have like their version of Big Ben.
Yeah.
In the trailer, you see lush countrysides. You see that. So in England, there's that weird carving of like a creature in the grass. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really. Weird carving.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Stonehenge?
No, that thing.
No. Oh, okay.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like so they made their own version of
Sure.
it. It's in England. It's like a person or something. I'm not sure the real name of it. I figured you would.
Yeah. But I mean, what you said about Big Ben, like it's right there in the trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty.
Yep.
Pretty clear.
So they show you, lush countrysides. They show you contemporary cities. They show you vast plains with snow-covered mountains. There's a real steampunk feel, reminiscent of cogs, bolts, and railroads. There's a city that looks like it's underground, and
Yeah.
like maybe like a mining city or something like that. They announced that there will be gym leaders again, because they took gym leaders away in Gen 7. You had to do trials. There were
Yeah.
no gym leaders. So gym
Right.
leaders are back. Now you got to battle the 8 gym leaders and try to become the Pokemon League champion again. The map just looks awesome. This little city up at the top. Oh man, that looks intense.
that looks cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to be or what it's going to end up being, but that looks awesome.
yeah. and
The
then you got-
building that's just one big Pokeball up there.
Yeah,
That looks cool.
that might be like where the Pokemon League is. Maybe
I was
assuming.
gonna say that looks like an arena. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing. Well,
And then you got this Big Ben town here in the middle corner.
so I would wonder if that big Pokeball building is supposed to resemble like the O2 Arena in London.
Oh, good
right?
call.
Like one of the biggest arenas in the world, right? If there was
Yes.
a real life Pokemon tournament, that's where it would be. It'd be at the O2. So
Yeah.
it definitely looks like that.
So if like we said, if you looked at a map of England flipped upside down, you would. It's definitely the Galar map. They in the trailer you see a clock tower that looks like Big Ben. You see a Ferris wheel that looks like the London Eye. You see a large spire that looks like the Shard. That's probably that dome building. They have like a London City Hall looking building. They have also, a lot of people noticed that it looks like this may be a connection to Kalos. So you know how in some of the games you'd have a post game where you'd go to a different region, kind of, where in Gold and Silver you went back to Kanto, and some of the other ones you'd go to the other regions. Since Kalos is supposed to be based off of France, a lot of people are thinking that maybe you'll be able to take like a train ride back to Kalos, which would be really, really cool. So that's what a lot of people are thinking. That might be the post-game thing. Like, after you do this, you'll go to Kalos and be able to battle those gyms or do stuff over there.
I do also appreciate that there are people who say this is basically Niantic's take on Brexit, that the Galar region is what will happen after Brexit takes place, and it's its own little thing.
I have no idea what that means. Give me a little explanation.
It's long story short, like, it's a bunch of countries leaving the EU.
Oh,
and no longer be in the UK.
Okay.
So essentially, that's what people are saying. It's like, it looks like Niantic's version of what they think will happen after Brexit.
So I don't know how much Niantic is involved with it. I'm assuming they would have some little, but this is more of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company.
Okay,
I think. I'm not sure if Niantic is involved or not. I would hope they would be, because obviously it's going to go into. But Game Freak is developing this game.
Okay.
So that's a lot of people are excited for, because they're back to developing the game. Where I think Let's Go wasn't developed by. I'm not sure if Game Freak developed it or not, but the Pokemon Company definitely had. Obviously, the Pokemon Company's control of everything, but I'm not really sure if Niantic is. They should be. I
hope so. Yeah.
In some way, they are.
In some capacity, yeah. Come on.
So, similar the hillside image of the famous Carney Ibis giant. That's what it
is. Yeah, I saw that too. I'm not familiar with that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So it's definitely UK related, which is cool. Some people on the map, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, a lot of people think like that's where you'll go to Kalos. There'll be like a train that will take you there, which that'd be pretty sweet, because there are train tracks that kind of go out. That'd be awesome, like an underground train or something. Some people think that the Unova region won its independence from Galar, because the whole UK from United States is just really funny.
Yep.
That might be something in there too. Just some funny stuff people posted online.
People on Twitter are great. Yeah,
for sure.
People on Twitter really stepped up their game on this one.
So definitely good stuff. Now let's get to the trailer a little bit. The trailer, I was so hyped, so pumped for. So the first time I watched it, I was just like, you know. And then I was like, let me go back and rewatch it. The animation isn't that good.
It's not what I was hoping for.
It looks like, and you said it best, it looks like a port from a 3DS.
It's like a straight port, yeah.
Where Let's Go looked more realistic, or as realistic Pokemon can get.
Yeah. The
shading, the graphics, they look so crisp. They look closer to a Breath of the Wild than a DS game.
Absolutely.
Where this looks like anime meets DS. Where they just kind of maybe bumped up the DS graphics slightly,
like just a tinge,
because they're using a Switch engine, so they're able to use a little bit more power.
Yeah,
which a lot of people are excited. Oh, sure. It looks like a classic Pokemon game. It's kind of like
I'd rather it stick with the Let's Go style.
I want the Let's Go style.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the Let's Go style.
I'm spoiled now. Like, that's what I want.
I want it to look good. Yeah. And maybe it will. It's a while to go. It's not coming out until the end of the year. It says late 2019.
Okay.
So I'm excited, but like I said, the graphics didn't look that great in the trailer. There was some frame rate drops.
It looked jagged.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only word I can think to use. It's like there were just weird jumps, and it just looked...
Now, don't get me wrong. I think what they showed you of, like, the countrysides and all those things, I love the way the land looks, and I love how... But just graphic-wise, it's just not as good as I wanted it to be. And like we said, it's got a long time to go. Maybe it will.
Yeah.
Another thing that I guess it's not a big deal, but it's something that I figured you'd have in there. You cannot have a Pokemon following you, or at least they didn't show you in this.
Right.
Now, I know not every game allows it. Some games did, some games don't. I guess we're spoiled again from Let's Go. You can ride Pokemon now. You can fly on Pokemon now.
Now you're sort of back just a standard you in a backpack.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that, and I know in the 7th game you can surf on Pokemon, or to fly, you use a Pokemon and you'll fly on their back.
Yep.
So for those movements, maybe they'll keep those the same. I'm hoping they kind of keep that the same.
Sure.
I'm not sure, but that's kind of a little bit of a slight letdown.
Yeah.
They brought back the classic, which a lot of people are excited for. They brought back the classic battling the Pokemon.
Yeah. You have to battle a Pokemon to catch it.
With the battling the Pokemon, they brought back what it looked like to be random encounters.
Yeah, that I'm not a fan of.
So again, spoiled by Let's Go. I'm really excited about the stuff in Let's Go. I love Let's Go. I think it's amazing. And I love that the Pokemon run around the grass. I love that you see them. You can avoid the Pidgeys.
Like, oh, great, just a barn of Pidgeys over there.
Yeah, when you're in a cave, you can avoid the copious amounts of Zubats that attack you.
Right.
And this, now you're walking through the grass, and a Pokemon just attacks you.
Yeah.
A Pikachu just rolls up. Just mention that quickly because, we'll get into the Pokemon in the next segment. But a Pikachu kind of just ambushes you, and you're like, you dirtbag.
The Rattatas from South Street just,
yeah, right?
all show
so
up.
It's just like the Rat-a-tat hooligans.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, I was hoping that, and maybe they just didn't have it in this trailer. Maybe they'll be back in the grass.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. I don't mind the whole, if they want to go back to basics where you battle a Pokemon to catch it, fine, that's cool.
I like that.
I like the catching. I don't mind it. I think the catching's cool. I think you should only have to battle like the legend. I like how Let's Go does it a lot. I really do. I mean, granted, I'm a big Pokemon Go guy, but I like how Let's Go did it. If they want to bring back the battling, that's still fine.
Yeah.
I'll still take it.
See, I'm on the other side. I prefer the battling.
But I don't want random encounters.
No.
I want to be able to choose if I want this encounter.
Right.
I want to see the Pokemon coming
if I'm
up.
gonna battle, that's fine, but I don't want to be always fighting something random that I can't see when it's coming, because that does get annoying sometimes.
Super annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just not happy with that. It just seemed that the trailer was maybe a little rushed, for sure. The ending half of the trailer is showing you the starters, which, again, we'll get into in the next segment.
Mm-hmm.
But they get a good amount of time in the trailer, kind of
Yeah.
introducing them, showing you a little bit of their character, showing you a little bit of their personality, which I thought was really cool. I'm definitely excited for the game. I want to see what I haven't decided if I want Sword or Shield. The logos both look great, I think.
I'm getting Shield. I've already decided.
Shield is a little bit cooler logo-wise.
Yeah.
But for me, it's always the legendary that's on the cover.
Oh, that's fair.
If there's a weak legendary on the Shield cover,
Yeah.
oh, get out of here.
Yeah. Like kind of like Gold and Silver. I didn't want Ho-Oh.
Yeah, you
So
wanted
you.
Lugia is one of my
Lugia is
favorite.
way better. Yeah.
Or Groudon and Kyogre. I'm like, Groudon's the man.
Yep.
You'd have those two beefy looking monstrous legendary Pokemon on the covers.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, all right. You'd kind of be like, all right, this is the game I'm going with because of this guy.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I want to wait, but I'm leaning towards Shield. If I went on logos, it'd be Shield.
Okay.
Shield looks really cool.
Yeah.
Sword looks all right, but I don't know.
Sword's not bad.
Sword's all right.
The actual sword part of it looks a little dinky because it just looks like a fat little sword.
It looks like Brock Lesnar's shield
yeah,
sword, kind of.
like it looks like a kid's sword. Like
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I gotta see the legendaries before I decide.
That's a fair point.
On what one I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. Just those frame rates, man. I was hoping it'd be more on the line of Pokemon's version of Breath of the Wild graphics, like
Definitely.
Mario Odyssey graphics. Like the Switch can do a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
And I was just so amazed with how they ported Let's Go. Well, how you could pull Let's Go out and just have the handheld, and then when you put it in the port, just whoa, it
looks
it
great,
didn't
yeah.
lose anything,
Yeah.
And I was just like, this doesn't look as good as I wanted it to look. But again, we are a long time out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just kind of hope that they give us something.
It looks raw, but it definitely looks like also the kind of thing that they've got plenty of time. They've got 10 months, essentially, to sharpen it up. So, there's hope.
Oh, is this true? So
Do we have breaking news?
I don't know if it's breaking news. I don't know how true this is, but Dextero, which is a site that talks about Pokemon a lot, talks about video games. They usually leak a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And Pokemon Go wise are always spot on. Anything they leak or they find a leak,
Okay.
it always happens.
Yeah.
So they leaked that there's going to be armored evolutions coming to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So they say in a deleted 4chan post, the title of the new Pokemon games were correctly predicted on February 21st. The post also said the region would be Great Britain. So based on early indications, the Galar region, this also appears to be true. Post on the picture posted various legendary Pokemon are Metal Snake and a wooden horse.
Oh God!
Hope that's not
the
true.
wooden horse is gonna be on Shield, isn't it?
Oh, I hope that's not true.
Some stupid giraffe rig made out of wood or something.
So
Oh.
these are not proven true or false yet, but here's what was posted.
Okay.
Legendary Pokemon are a Metal Snake and a wooden horse. Armored evolutions, and they show you a picture of Charizard in armor. So
Not bad. I mean, oh wow.
So I don't know how true this is, but they say armored Charizard, armored Mewtwo, armored Flygon, armored Zora. Meltan ties into armored evolution and legendary lore because Meltan was released and it's going to be part of this game or believed to be. The concept of armor evolution isn't elaborated on, but it's believed that it will work in a similar way to Mega Evolution. More specifically, it'll be an ability for certain Pokemon to utilize temporarily evolutions, probably exclusive to battle. Furthermore, the leaker confirmed that Pokemon will have this evolution ability will include Charizard, Mewtwo, Flygon, like I said. Johto starters getting Mega Evolutions. Oh man, is this true?
Huh.
Ugh.
It's not bad.
I've been waiting. Oh man. I don't know how true this is going to be. Pokemon leaks.
I guess we'll find out eventually.
However, the leaks is worth taking note because it has already correctly predicted 2 out of 6 points.
I mean, that's not a great percentage, but okay. Yeah.
Well, I
Show off.
mean,
You can-
they only
you can flex
showed
a little bit. Yeah.
Sure, they only showed right. We don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I guess that would make sense having armored evolutions.
Sure. Yeah. If you're going with a medieval theme. Yeah.
I think the Johto starters deserve their Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
Armored Mewtwo would be kind of cool.
Yeah. As long as the armor looks good.
I'm rooting for armored Typhlosion.
Yeah, no, we might just get Mega Typhlosion,
I'm okay with that too.
which would be
That wouldn't be bad
fantastic.
either. Yeah.
Which
I
would
don't
be
think
awesome.
I don't think that generation gets
Yeah, that
gets represented
Johto
enough.
gets treated like
it really
trash.
Does. Yeah, it really does.
Can you imagine a Venusaur in battle armor? Oh.
That'd be kind of cool.
Or Blastoise.
Yeah. Blastoise too.
Yeah.
So
Can
far, they
soup
just
up
said
those
those 4:
cannons.
Charizard, Mewtwo, Flygon, and Zora.
Oh, or a Caterpie in armor. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. Sure. Why not? I think they should all get armor. Like, I don't care. Even the dinky little Weedles and Caterpies, give them a little bit of armor. I'm fine with that.
Charizard in armor looks fantastic.
I want to see
though.
an armored Metapod.
Yeah. Well, when they do their harden move, that's essentially what they're doing.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I'm really excited about this. So we're gonna take a short break because we kind of got into Pokemon a little, like the Pokemon of the game a little bit. We're gonna take a short break. We'll come back. We're gonna talk about the Pokemon we saw in the trailer. We're gonna talk about the Gen 8 starters. We're gonna tell you their names, show you what they look like, and we're gonna talk about what we think they're gonna evolve into. Give you our theories of what the Pokemon will be, not really what they look like, kind of like their types, maybe what their abilities might be, stuff like that. So definitely have a lot of theories, a lot of things we want to talk about. So stay tuned because it's a whole new game to see. Pokemon is coming out later this year. Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Pokemon goodness. We're trying to be the very best, and you should too. We're talking about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, the trailer that dropped last week. We're getting into the Pokemon portion of the show. So we're going to talk about all the Pokemon that were in the trailer. There were 20 altogether. We're going to talk about each one for a couple moments, and then we'll get into the starters, what we feel will be their evolutions, what type they'll evolve into, if they'll have a type, stuff like that. And kind of the outcry of what the internet thinks, what we think, stuff like that. Our favorite starter, maybe who we're going to pick, stuff like that. So, again, it's going to be all Pokemon heavy this episode, and this is going to be all Pokemon oriented, talking about the actual Pokemon seen in the trailer. So, like I said in the first segment, graphics aren't as great, so we're just going to sum it up real quick. If you didn't listen to the first segment, you're tuned in right now. Graphics aren't as great. You have that blah getting ambushed by a Pokemon in the grass, which we didn't want. I agree. I like the old ways. The old ways are cool. I'm excited about, being able to battle, I guess. I'm indifferent on battling and catching. Would I have liked if they kept the battling and catching separate? Sure. I think so, but I'm fine that they didn't.
Yeah, teach them.
But I don't want random battles. I don't want random battles. So right when you're watching the trailer, right when they get into the Pokemon, they get right into it, and right off the bat, the girl trainer avatar is kind of crouching through the grass.
Right, sneaking through.
She's sneaking through, and a dirtbag Pikachu pops up.
Of course, Pikachu's there.
Little Pikachu just ambushes her in the grass.
Ryan Reynolds again.
So naturally, Pikachu is the first Pokemon we see in the trailer. Cool. All right, so Pikachu's up there. Come on, you knew you had to have Pikachu. Doesn't look that great. The shading.
It's
the shading.
It looks very cartoony.
It looks anime-ish, I feel.
Yeah.
It looks like it was
anime-ish.
photoshopped in somehow. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Photoshop
like the tail,
the nice
especially.
backgrounds and stuff. So Pikachu's the first. Obviously, you knew Pikachu had to be in the game. Pikachu's I think in almost every game.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I guess I'm excited to have a Pikachu in it.
Sure.
Then shows you some battling stuff. We get a Minachino, which is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. Like me and Jason said, we're not well versed from Gen 5 on.
No.
I know some Pokemon in Gen 5. Minachino looks like a little chinchilla,
Yeah.
but it's a normal type Pokemon, so I really don't give a crap about it.
No.
So,
What, you don't like normal types?
no, not really. I'm not a big normal type kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at it, we got to post it up right now. It's kind of a crappy looking Pokemon, I feel. Cute. I mean, all the
cute,
girls
yeah.
might like it,
Sure.
but just not a big.
Hey, guys can like it too.
Yeah. Sure.
Guys can like it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
So,
It's just,
like I said, I'm not well versed on it, so I'm not sure if it evolves or not. So I'm just gonna look that up real quick.
that Pokemon looks like its best move is double kick, and that's about it.
Okay, so
It just,
Quick attack.
it
Yeah.
does evolve, and it looks like it just throws a scarf around itself,
God.
and it's called Chinachino.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it does
Sure.
evolve. It looks like
Let's see here.
legit.
Oh,
It just
wow.
throws a scarf
Yeah.
on itself, kind of.
Okay.
So not a big
No.
not a big fan of that.
I'm all set with that.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
All set with Chinachino
All
and
set with double kick
Minachino.
Chinchino. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
all
good.
set. So you see that with the girl trainer. She hasn't. That's her Pokemon. Then you're introduced to Wishy Washy, which is a little sad fish from
That's
the
the actual name of it?
Wishy Washy. Yeah,
Wishy-washy, yeah. Not spelt the way we would, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wishy-washy.
like the kind of probably like the insensitive way you'd talk to about a Chinese like
Sure.
I'm looking at it. Yep.
cleaner.
Instead
Yeah.
of a
Clothing
Y, it's
clean-
an I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wishy Washy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's literally named that.
It looks like a sad or tired little fish.
Yeah.
But what's cool about it, it was first introduced in Gen 7 in Sun and Moon. It's a really weak Pokemon, but it can transform into this hulking version of like 100 of them all band together and make this giant version of it where
Oh,
it looks
God.
angry and pissed. So,
Yeah.
I
I guess that's cool.
I think it looks cool. It's definitely one of the Pokemon when I play Sun and Moon, because I'm going to have to play it.
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool when you see its other form. So,
Yeah, because the way it looks right now, it's like I'm all set there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it kind of turns into like a giant, scary blue piranha.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it's basically just all of them together.
That's all right, I guess.
So, and that's its ability. It's called like school, like the school ability, and it can turn into this giant hulking fish. It's like, think of like the Hulk from comics, like Marvel Comics. Like
Sure.
Bruce Banner's normal Wishy-Washy, and then school form Wishy-Washy is when he turns to the Hulk. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, not bad.
It's definitely a Pokemon that I'll look into, and when I play Sun and Moon, it might be one that's on my team. I think it looks really cool. So that's Wishy-Washy. That's the next one they show you. Then you get to see Grubbin, this little creepy-looking bug guy.
Looks like a spark plug.
Looks like a spark plug. It's another Sun and Moon Pokemon from Gen 7. Again, a Pokemon I know nothing of.
Nope.
Nothing of it.
Nope.
But doing a quick little Google search here, just because I want to see if it evolves, because, like I said, I don't know. It is a Bug-type Pokemon.
Bug and electric, apparently.
Oh, man.
At least when it evolves.
It evolved. Yeah.
So-
Okay, its evolved form is kind of cool. It looks like legit a plug.
Yeah.
What kind of plug exactly, John?
Yeah, right. Are we talking a 3-pronged plug? Like,
It looks like an app, like the plug for an Apple charger almost.
God, like a USB port. All right, we gotta see the. It's a giant battery. It turns into a giant battery.
Or it looks like the white plug that hooks, like your thing goes
No,
in.
that's a battery. That's
It
like a
looks
car
battery-ish.
battery.
Yeah, I guess. But it looks like it's shaped like a plug too,
I guess.
and
yeah.
it has like the two little things like you'd plug in the wall.
Yeah.
It could be a battery or a plug.
Cool. So you can get a giant bug battery. Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to realize why I didn't play these games. These are weird.
Well, there's a lot of really cool Gen 5 has some really cool Pokemon. Gen 6 has Greninja, maybe the best
yeah,
Pokemon
there's-
ever created. The starters for Gen 7 are awesome. You have Incineroar, which is a wrestling cat.
Oh yeah, I mean that's. yeah.
There's some cool Pokemon, but then you get Charjabug.
Charjabug. Yeah, that's that name alone. Charjabug just looks like a battery. Unbelievable.
Well, the creative team was out that day, I guess.
Oh boy, yeah, they were either out or they were into something.
So you'll be able to get a Charjabug in
awesome
in the game.
Cool.
You'll be able to get a
You break down on
Charjabug.
the side of the road, just pull out your Charjabug, stick him in the front of your car. That'll work.
So
If
then
your phone's ever dying.
then we get a classic throwback. We get Hoot Hoot,
Hoot hoot.
which it looks like it's spitting out some water.
I was gonna say, what's it doing?
I don't know what Hoot Hoot's doing here, but Hoot Hoot is always a Pokemon I've always loved. It's not that strong.
No.
I guess it is and it isn't. It depends on what you use it for. Noctowl's awesome.
Noctowl's the best.
I
yeah.
love Noctowl. It's a really cool Pokemon. Hoot Hoot does have 2 feet. Everyone always thinks it's just one. It just hops
It's got
between
2, yeah.
both feet. But Hoot Hoot's in the game. Excited for Hoot Hoot. Little good old owl. So that might be my flying Pokemon, but there is another flying Pokemon that I've never got to use, but it looks really cool. So we'll get to that really soon. But Hoot Hoot's great. So I'm liking that so far. In the trailer, if you go from the beginning, you're getting a Gen 1, a Gen 5, a Gen 7, a Gen 7, a Gen 2. So they're kind of trying to hit every gen, and I think they're doing a good job with showing a very good diversity of Pokemon. Then you get Zaluus.
Zweilous.
Zweilous.
Zweilous is what I'm calling it. Yeah. A dark dragon.
Its evolved form is disgusting.
Okay. Yeah. The Hydragen. Yeah.
Yeah, hydrogen or whatever. Yeah.
A 2-headed, like black and purple dragon. Are
It should
you
be
kidding?
3-headed.
Oh, it's 3-headed. I'm sorry. It is. Yeah. Hydragen is 3-headed.
Gross.
Nasty.
That's like your Dragonite of Gen 5, or it's like you're the pseudo legendary. It's disgusting.
Hydragen looks like a boss from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it looks like a
does.
monster. It
Yeah,
looks like it would tear you apart.
Oh.
So I'm really excited to have its smaller form. So clearly you're going to get it. You can probably get its final form in the game. It's a 3-stage Pokemon, so I'm not sure if this is its first form or its second form.
Oh no.
Like I said, it sucks that I'm not well versed in all these gens. I'm gonna get better on them because I really wanna play all these gens. So it's its second form. So its first form is called Dino, Deino.
Okay.
So what I'm reading is it's the German numbering. So this is 1 in German, I think, or something like that. I think that's what its name means,
okay.
or something like that. How you had like Zapdos, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe that's its. Yeah, it's a combination of Dino and German for 1. So Dino or Dinino or something like that. So it's just a one-headed little dragon. He looks like he's got hair in his eyes and he can't really see.
Yeah.
So
So he
he-
adds a head with every evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks like he's
Oh God, yeah.
little cool little dude.
He looks like an emo dragon.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets a little emoer
Yeah.
with 2 heads,
2 heads.
Zalulus,
Jamming out to My Chemical Romance. And then
and then its final form. Oh, gross.
Nasty.
Destruction.
that's the
Reminds me of Tyranitar.
Yeah.
Because like the evolution goes from like cute to like menacing.
To medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destruction, dude.
Goes from little emo kid to friggin' something that drinks whiskey right from the bottle and just wants to fight.
Then you get Flygon, which is a Gen 3 Pokemon, an awesome Pokemon from Gen 3, Ground and Dragon, versus Bravery,
Yeah.
which is a really cool Pokemon, a Pokemon that I've never got to use before. It's a
Braviary's cool.
Yeah,
Flying
that's
type.
probably how you
Yeah.
pronounce Braviary. It's I want to say it looks like an eagle.
It does.
Kind
it looks
of?
like an eagle. It just has a little bit of different coloring, but yeah. I mean, that could be like a NFL team logo. That's how cool it looks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if the Eagles
Right?
change their logo to this guy.
Yep.
It's really cool.
It's kind of got like some shades of like Ho-Oh in it too.
Little
with, like,
bit.
with the coloring.
If
yeah.
Ho-Oh and an eagle had a kid,
Yeah. Pretty much.
yeah, I think it looks really cool.
It evolves from Rufflet, which is like
This little
dinky bird. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this little eagling.
Yeah.
cute.
Eaglet, as it's called.
The
yeah.
eaglet poke. There we
Yeah.
go.
So, yeah. not
See,
bad.
so there are some really cool Pokemon in other
Yeah, there's
gens.
some. Yeah, there's some.
There's definitely some.
Yeah.
So Bravery's Gen 5's got some stacked guys.
Yeah.
You know, we get Machino or whatever, which, but, and then we're gonna get people like commenting like, Machino's the greatest.
Yeah. You guys don't get it.
You don't get it.
He double kicks people to death.
I hope it does have double kick.
I hope it does.
I
too.
really do. I
Oh.
hope it does. Then we're gonna end up using it and be like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
The double kick's great.
Be like, oh my god, I won the league with that double kick. You have no idea.
All these Pokemon are be coming into Pokemon Go at some point too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
You-
I'll keep my eye out. I'll keep my eye out.
it's gonna be a little while, but Gen 5's next. So then we have the next battle, which is Meowtastic,
Meowstic.
female, and Wailmer.
Yep.
So Wailmer, another classic Gen 3 guy, falls into Wailord, this gigantic, huge whale, which is awesome.
Yep.
But Meowstic is a Gen 6 Pokemon with a different male and female form.
Yep. It's a psychic type. Pretty cool looking. I don't mind those designs. Evolves from an Esper, which looks like it literally looks like a little doll of a cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the Meowstic evolution is actually pretty cool.
Oh, wow. So the male looks awesome.
The male looks great.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, the male looks really cool. And even the female, like the eyes,
Yeah.
those are nice. Yeah.
Esper looks kind of cute, too.
Yeah.
Wow, all right.
So not bad.
This is a kind of cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm liking that there's such a big variety from all your favorite gens. So far, they've kind of touched every gen. So if you have a favorite or a favorite gen, you're probably getting, a chance to be represented.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely get yours. So it's
And then a Pokemon that I'm excited for.
this
One of my all-time favorites. If I could have like a set 6 of Pokemon, this would be in my top 6.
Yep.
One of my favorite Pokemon of all time, Lucario, the fighting and steel type Pokemon, having
Just-
a big resurgence. Always been a fan favorite in the Pokemon community. Like I said, one of my favorites. Just looks just awesome.
I
So
mean,
badass.
Like everything, like the Anubis style head. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
When I play Smash, it's probably going to be the person I use. Like he's going to be my character. I'm assuming I'm going to try him
Yeah.
out. I really want to play him, but he's always been one of my favorites. I love Lucario. one of the best Pokemon ever created in any Pokemon generation, but he's back from Gen 4. And as you see in the photo, it's like a Pokemon Stadium type feel. So it looks like you're going to be able to, maybe this is the Pokemon Finals.
Right.
Maybe this is, I don't know, maybe this is how the gyms look. But it looks like you got an audience watching you. And this Lucario is like getting ready to have some destruction. And unfortunately for its opponent's weak against it. But a little bit on Lucario. Like I said, Lucario is one of my favorite Pokemon. They're definitely going to have Mega Evolutions because Lucario can Mega Evolve, so I'm assuming you'll be able to Mega Evolve him in the game at some point. So I'm just really pumped that they added one of my favorites. So he's probably going to be in my 6. Unless there's like crazy new Pokemon, he's probably going to be in my 6.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorites, one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, the opponent of Lucario in the trailer, Tyranitar. Who is badly, savagely weak against fighting moves, so it's probably getting destroyed.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
In this, but
tough day to be you.
Tough day to be you. Tyranitar's a hulking. I guess the best way you can describe it is he kind of looks like Godzilla. The Pokemon version of Godzilla.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of all time.
Oh.
I have a good IV version of it in my Pokemon Go. Anytime I could have him in any of my past games, I would have it as one of my 6. One of the best looking Pokemon again.
And don't even get me started on Mega Tyranitar, which looks like the nastiest, friggin' just nastiest thing you could ever come across.
Just complete destruction.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet. I'm glad that they, like I said, they've added some quality fan favorites. They've touched upon every gen. We also get to see a little cutie in Munchlax.
Munchlax, yeah.
So
Baby Snorlax.
Munchlax is the final old Pokemon that you see in the trailer.
Yeah.
So clearly there's going to be a Snorlax in the game because you've got a Munchlax, you got a Snorlax. So cool. All right, so we're getting some Snorlax. Also, you get to see in this photo that we're going to have up in a second, we have the girl trainer she has like one of those classic like English schoolgirl suits on, kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
And a cool little hat.
Skirt and a hoodie, that type of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job with the avatars. I'm hoping that you can change their clothes. Looks like this might be her room.
Yeah, like a living room or something.
Yeah, her room. Yeah. How you have like your room in your house.
Yeah.
Like maybe this is like the family Munchlax.
Yeah.
So it's just like hanging out.
Yeah.
Just hanging out in the room.
Looks like Eric Cartman in a costume. It does.
It kind of does.
Like a little bit.
It kind of does. It definitely kind of does. So now at this point in the trailer, you've seen all these Pokemon. You're kind of hyped up. The trailer then cuts away, and the music starts picking up.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's happening here? And this is the time where they start to show you the Gen 8 starters. So first we're going to start talking about Grookey, because it's the first one you see in the trailer. So Dimitri, Grookey's the little grass guy. We got a couple of photos that you can probably switch through because we're going to talk about him for a few minutes. So my initial feeling about Grookey, so those are the 3 starters together. Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobel. Those are the 3. We're going to talk about them briefly, all 3 of them, kind of give you our feelings about them, kind of stuff like that. So Grookey's the first guy you see pop up. Immediately, I wasn't a fan of Grookey.
Okay.
You first see him, it looked like in the first photo, which, Dimitri, if you can put the one where he's standing on like a black rock. If you can, I sent you both, but whatever. If you can't, you can't. But in this first photo, he looks like a bird monkey. Like he's got like a beak, kind of.
He does a little bit of a beak, yeah.
And immediately I was just like, something's weird about this guy. Like, it might be weird.
I don't know. I like him.
But I'll say this. He's either going to be the worst. There's no leeway with him.
Yeah.
It's either going to be the worst final evolution or one of the coolest evolutions.
That's what I think.
Around.
I think he's going to end up being a really cool evolution.
So I was thinking about it, and so he pops in, he pulls his little twig out of his head, and he starts cracking on a rock, and they call him the mischievous chimp Pokemon that's full of boundless curiosity.
Yeah.
So immediately online, everyone's assumption is grass fairy type, which
Okay.
ooh, I hope not.
I hope not too.
And then it will give you that original like, oh,
No.
he's making me feel funny about him. I'm
Yeah.
not feeling this little creepy monkey dude. So people online all think he's going to be grass fairy. I do not. I think he's hitting a rock for a reason.
Okay.
I think he's going to end up being a grass rock type.
I would love that.
So
Yeah.
you have a grass rock type in Gen 3 Credilli, which is
Yep.
that little plant looking
like a plant,
prehistoric
yeah.
plant guy. So it's a pretty good type, I think.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it turns into this hulking rock looking gorilla with like green, like grassy moss on it, and it holds like a big tree, big tree in its hand or something. That's my theory. That's what I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. They give you that hint. It's hitting the rock.
Oh yeah.
And I think a grass rock type starter would be awesome. I think it would be fantastic. I'm hoping it's that. But mischievous with boundless curiosity sounds like a fairy to me.
I know. Yeah.
Sounds like a
That's the
fairy.
only part that's
It
discouraging me
might
a little
be.
bit.
So the
Yeah.
online Pokemon community says grass fairy. That's their initial thought. Grass fairy,
Okay.
which big letdown if it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
guess
cool.
so.
It could be.
It could still be. Yeah.
Could be all right. But
I still think its final evolution is going to be sick. I don't know why I think that. I don't know.
Initially,
I think of like a primate, but cooler.
see, I'm thinking like this massive gorilla with a big tree.
I don't think
in
it's
his
going to be
hand.
too massive. I think it'll be bulky, but not like
Oh, I think it's
tall
gonna be a
and
big,
massive.
meaty dude.
Mm. Okay.
Because you don't have any like gorilla Pokemon really.
No.
But so I
suppose
think
not.
it'd be really cool to have
Yeah.
like a massively like
If it's a big gorilla type thing, sure.
he's
Yeah.
like a big stone gorilla with like grass all over him.
I would not hate that.
And a big like tree. That's my envision.
Yeah,
This
I would not
big
hate that.
massive, gorilla with a gigantic tree in its hand.
Okay.
And that's what I hope it is.
I'd be down for that.
So, but a lot of people don't feel that way. Just like I said, I initially see it. He looks like a dirtbag. When they first show him,
How dare you?
he looks like a little dirt. And I don't know. I just don't. Immediately I saw him, I was like, "Ooh, not feeling this guy." I hope like the rest look good. Like I was like, "Oh, not feeling this." But a lot of people immediately were like, "Oh, Grookey's my dude. Grook's my
Yep.
man."
Team Grookey, let's go.
Not feeling it.
Hashtag Team Grookey.
Not
all
a
the way.
Grookey, not a Grookey kind of guy. The next Pokemon we got to see was the rabbit Pokemon that's always running and bursting with energy. And that's Score Bunny.
Score Bunny.
So you see Score Bunny running on this metal wheel. So people initially were like, it's going to be Fire and Steel because it's running on a wheel. And I was just like, you guys are idiots. No, it's not going to be Fire and Steel.
Jeez.
So then you see it comes off the wheel. It's running around. Its feet are burning the grass. This guy's like pumped. He's like energetic. He's jumping around. He looks like he could be a boxer. So a lot of people are like, it's
Fire
going to
and
be
fighting.
another fire and fighting Pokemon. If it's another fire and fighting Pokemon, I'm going to be really pissed.
Yeah.
Because you already have Blaziken. You already have the pig, the Incineroar or whatever. I'm not sure the name of it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm lost on that one too.
Incineroar.
No, Incineroar is Gen 7.
Oh.
This is Gen 5 starter. Hold on, I'm gonna find out what his name is because I don't want to. I think he looks like so cool, so I want to like respect him.
Yeah.
I want to respect him. He evolves from Tempig, which is a cool little pig dude.
Okay.
Why can't I? Here we go. Tempig.
Oh, Pignite.
Pignite. There we go.
Pignite.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Pignite.
Okay.
Which, if you Google him,
Oh yeah, he's a dumb looking luchador, or not even luchador, just
Oh no, Embor.
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 Pig Knight's
Embor.
the second form.
Yeah,
Okay.
Embor.
Embor, he looks like he'd ruin you.
yeah, he does actually.
He
Yeah.
looks like he would
no,
ruin
I
your
would
life.
not. Yeah, no.
He's one of the coolest looking Pokemon. I really like him. Like
Yeah.
when I play Gen 5, he's my dude.
Yeah,
You know, like he's the dude. So you already had him, and then you finally have Chimchar, who evolves into Infernape. So you have 3 back-to-back, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5,
Yeah.
all 3 fire and fightings. It's like, do not give us a fire and
No.
fighting. Do not.
I
Do
think
not.
he's gonna be fire and psychic.
What I think it's going to be, because again, going with the clues, I'm going with all the clues they're giving us.
Okay.
They say a Pokemon that's always running about bursting with energy.
Fire electric.
Thank you, Siri. That was creepy.
Wow,
She was like, I want to help
Siri
you.
wants in.
It's going to be fire and electric. It makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
Because most of the rabbit or type Pokemon have all been electric types.
or normal to, I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to be, he's running with energy. You see him running, he's pumped.
I'd be down
Electricity.
for fire electric.
There's only been one
Yeah.
other fire electric Pokemon. It's one of the Ratooms.
Okay.
So I think
All
it's
right.
going to be awesome.
I wouldn't mind
I
that.
think it's going to be a fire electric Pokemon, but I could see it. I guess you could pull my leg to say fire, but if it's fire and fighting, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pissed.
I can imagine like fire blast and thunder and stuff like that. Like imagine.
I think Scorbunny looks awesome. It looks so
Good at the
cool.
start. Yeah.
I think it's a really cool, cute
It looks
little
good
starter.
except for the nose.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the
Why
nose.
does it look like it has a breathe right strip over its nose?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe
Like
it's
or a band-aid or something
or
like
maybe it's like a little
Maybe it got into a boxing match and broke its nose.
maybe
yeah.
that's the little bit of electricity that's but I think it's going to be mark my words, Rifters, it's going to be a fire and electric Pokemon.
I'd be down for that. That'd be awesome.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Hope so.
I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't have like the envision like I do with Grookey's Final Evolution.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a cool looking electric Pokemon. It's going to have longer ears that kind of maybe fall back.
Or it'll be kind of like Pikachu's cheeks, but all the electricity will be stored in the ears.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Well, yeah, maybe they serve as like lightning rods.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think of Yojimbo from like the Ninja Turtles. Like that bunny cut type look, how his ears fall back.
Okay.
Yojimbo Yasagi. I think kind of like that, his ears will fall back, but he'll be maybe his fur will be kind of like electrified, like ruffled up and stuff.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's going to be fire and electric.
Yeah.
So finally we get Sobble, which
Yeah, this thing.
immediately I saw it and I was like, why is he so sad? Why is he so
It's dumb
sad? He's the somewhat timid water lizard that shoots out attacks as it hides itself in the water. And you see Scorbunny run, it's burning the grass. Sobble's like, don't do that. And he quickly
Yeah.
pops out of this fountain and puts out the fire in the
Right.
grass.
Yeah.
He's a good dude already.
Sure, he's a good citizen.
He's a
That's
good
fine.
guy.
Yeah.
He looks like Charizard. Well, Charmander and Mudkip had a baby.
Oh, I think that's generous.
I think he looks
No,
cool.
he did.
He's a little lizard
I don't see any
dude.
Charmander in this thing.
Because he's a lizard.
Yeah.
And then he's got like the little Mudkip thing.
He looks like you know what he looks like? He looks like a Wooper and a Mudkip had a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah,
couldn't think
I
of
guess.
earlier. He looks like a loser.
But
Wooper.
So immediately I'm just like, this guy, like I feel so bad. The way he pops out in the grass and he looks like so sad and he's just like so disappointed with his life. And I'm just like, this is the Pokemon for millennials. Like this is
Well,
us.
maybe,
Like,
yeah.
Our life sucks. We're depressed. He's like a crippling Pokédex.
This is the Pokemon that just graduated college and doesn't know what to do with the rest of its life.
He's got crippling Pokédebt,
Yeah.
and that's why he's hiding in the water because he doesn't want the debt collectors. So immediately it's like, I want to protect this dude. I'm like, I want to hook this
Sure.
dude up. And I said to you, like, I texted you and I was like, who are you feeling? You're like, oh, Team Grookey, man.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I like Scorbunny, but Sobble, man.
Yeah.
I just want to grab him and protect him. Now I'm going to say this right now. he's going to have the greatest Pokemon redemption arc of all time.
Oh,
he's
please.
timid and looks like a little baby and looks like he's sad and he hates his life and he's like a couple moments away from killing himself. But in the end, he's going to be the most badass starting Pokemon, I feel.
His final evolution, he's going to look like a Whiscash. You know that, right?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's not going to look any better than a Whiscash.
So a lot of people are saying that it's going to be Water and Dragon. No way. No way.
No.
They're not going to let a starter be a Dragon-type Pokemon. Maybe a Mega Evolution. You'll
Sure.
never have a secondary trait.
Further down the road, yeah.
Be a
but
Dragon
no.
Pokemon. No. But my guess, again, going with what they showed me, he's going to be Water and Ghost.
I could see that. Yeah.
And I envision him being like a cool lizard in armor. He's going to be like a
Okay.
ghostly lizard with armor
Well,
on.
I was going to say, if you're going Water and Ghost, wouldn't he be more like Chameleon-like?
Yeah, he's going to be like, okay, chameleon-ish,
Yeah.
a lizard,
Like, I'm thinking like his middle evolution is like a chameleon-looking thing.
Yeah, and then his final form's going to be like, he's going to be like a ghostly-looking, like, knight, I feel.
Like a blue Gengar.
He's gonna have, like,
Yeah.
armor
So-
on. He's going to have, like, a thing that comes over his face.
Okay.
He's going to have, like, maybe a sword and like a water sword and shield or something. I think he's going to look badass. I think he's going to
That's
be...
optimistic. I don't know.
A water ghost Pokemon would be awesome. There's already one or two in Gen 5, but I think water ghost would be awesome. I don't see it being water dragon. Some people think
No.
it's just going to be straight water. If it's straight water, they're
That's
really
so
just
disappointing.
they're like
Oh.
they're hooking everyone up and not him. Like
oh, man.
I just feel like they're making him like so sad, and you know what I mean? Like I just want to grab him and be like, "It's okay, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's all right." I think he's going to
It's
be
fine. You can go hug your Sobble, and me and Grookey will take over the world.
I think
It's
he's
fine.
going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be fantastic. So mark my words, he's going to have the greatest starter redemption arc in all of Pokemon. He's going to look the cool. His
That's
middle stage is
optimistic.
probably going to look even worse. And you're
Yeah.
going to be like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But his
And I'll be sitting there going, I told you so.
and then his final stage, you're going to be like, "Oh, dude.
no. I'll
Dude.
be like, oh, it's Whiscash.
No way."
Yeah. It's a
He's not
bigger
gonna-
Whiscash.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
going to be awesome. He's gonna be
Or
so
oh, look,
sweet.
it's another Whooper.
He's going to be so sweet.
Hey, Whooper is awesome.
Whooper is not awesome.
No, Whooper's trash.
Whooper turns into, what is it?
Quagsire.
Wop Buffett or something?
Quagsire.
Oh, Quagsire,
This
right.
big fat looking.
But hey, ground and water is
No, ground and water is cool,
The
but
combination's good, yeah.
you
like,
have Sceptile. I'm not Swampert. You have, and
Oh yeah, true.
Marsh Stomp and Mudkip are much
Yeah.
better.
Like Quagsire
Picks.
is essentially a platypus. That's what I'm thinking for your Sobble
It
boy.
looks like Ditto tried to evolve into a water Pokemon because
Oh,
it's got like blank Ditto looking face.
He has dead eyes.
Yeah.
He has no, like, they're just black
Wobbuffet,
dots.
like Wobbuffet.
Yeah, Wobbuffet's,
a
yeah,
little
like,
bit.
that's weird, too.
I think Sobble's gonna be this cool, ghostly looking night guy. That's what I think. Because that they always kind of put in, they're gonna look some kind of like somebody's gonna be like, I don't know, like think of UK style, like World of Warcraft guys. Like you're gonna have like a thief, maybe like one of them's gonna be like thief
Yeah,
oriented or
probably.
something like
Right.
that, or one of them's gonna have to be like knight oriented for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be him. I think he's just going to be awesome. And he's going to be like a night ghost dude. And he's going to have like a sweet little water sword and like this cool little ghostly shield. He's going to be like a sweet little ghostly dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's going to be awesome.
Be a loser Whooper.
But it's for me, it's between Sobble and Scorbunny. I'm leaning towards Sobble. I just want to help him out. I just feel so bad. He just looks so unhappy. Just like, dude, it's okay. It's all right,
yeah,
man.
everything's going to be fine,
It's
buddy.
all right. Like,
yeah.
I know crippling debt sucks.
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta go jump back in the fountain. They're here to collect my
Like,
debt.
hey,
Like,
the Poke IRS. I know it's tough, but, it's,
a little Pikachu in like IRS suspenders comes out. He's like, Pika money. It's like, get out of here, Pikachu. Don't touch my Sobble.
No, I already paid you last month. Go away.
And then like I have to pay his debt because he's my Pokemon now.
Yeah, right. You assume all his debt. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you're his trainer. You give us some money.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just think he's gonna be really cool. I really hope he's awesome. But I don't know. I'm having a feeling. I don't know. I think he's gonna be the coolest. But Score Bunny has so much potential.
Score Bunny's got a lot of potential.
It has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Grookey. If it's just straight grass week.
No, I think it'll be grass and something else.
If it's grass and fairy, they give it like
that'd be tough.
they give it like a feminine look.
That'd be tough.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be a tough look for us.
Because he already got the stick in its hair. I'm like, it's holding up its hair. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like a fork in the road. Is it going to be this cool monstrous gorilla, or is it going to be this feminine monkey with like fairy wings and? Ugh.
No, I don't want that. Grass Rock, I'm down for.
Grass Rock, I think would be the best type.
I think that's the way to go.
Grass Rock, I think would definitely be the best type.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking Grass Rock, Fire Electric, and Water Ghost.
Yeah.
Those are my picks.
I could see it
for their final forms. I think Sobble's gonna have the greatest redemption arc of a starter. I think
Grookey's gonna be a monster.
I hope so.
Grookey's final, it's gonna be like Primeape on steroids.
I hope it's just this meaty, rocky gorilla with like a giant tree.
Yeah,
as like a weapon.
Think of more sort of like a Kangaskhan, but more grassy.
So what I think of like Gorilla
Like that.
Grodd from The Flash, like this giant hulking gorilla.
Okay.
Except he's made of rock.
He's made of rock, yeah.
And he has all grass growing out of the rock.
Yeah, I'd be down.
And then
for
he
that
just
too.
has this gigantic full tree in his hand as his weapon. He's just walking around with his tree smashing things.
Yep.
Like that's what I think they should do. If they don't, I don't know. I think Score Bunny's gonna be this really cool electric, just like pumping around like electricity, kind of like maybe like Super Saiyan style. Like it charges up like with all like electricity around it.
Right.
I think it could be really cool. I think it's gonna have very floppy ears though. That maybe when it electrocutes things, they like shoot up maybe.
Sure.
And I think Sobble's gonna grow into this gigantic watery ghost knight. That's what I think. I think he's gonna be awesome.
Man.
I think he's gonna be awesome and knight-like. Because I know in Gen 6 they have the fire Pokemon becomes into like this wizard mage type thing. The grass Pokemon becomes this gigantic like hulking tank, and then the Greninja turns into this like cool looking ninja-esque thief type thing. So they kind of went with like, World of Warcraft style classes. So I'm assuming this is going to have maybe a similar thing where they're going to have like a knight-esque guy, like maybe a, I don't know all these classes, but they'll have like cool little, I don't know. I think they'll be like a knight dude.
Yeah.
There should be a knight guy or something.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they're wrong about the whole metal snake and the wooden horse.
Oh, yeah, I know. We need to do better than that.
Yeah, I hope that's not the legendaries. I'll be a little disappointed. Because I don't think there's ever been a bad legendary on the... Well, that's not true. There's... So if you look through all the legendaries from the past, you have Lugia. Quickly, let's just go over them.
Yeah.
From the very beginning?
Well, from the very beginning, they didn't do legendaries until Gen 2.
Well, no. Aren't Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres considered legendary?
But they're not like the main two legendaries. They're like the...
They're still called legendary birds.
Right, they're still legendary birds, but they're... So you have... I'll show you. I'll put this up over here for a second. Just so you can see. So you have Lugia and Ho-Oh.
Right.
And in Gen 2 Johto, which, oh man, they're the coolest looking.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Lugia is obviously better.
Yeah.
Then you have Groudon and Kyogre, which are awesome.
those
Groudon's
are
the
good.
greatest. Then you have Dialga and Palkia, where it looks like if you went down a dark alleyway and met them, you'd be screwed. They're both awesome.
A little bit, yeah.
Then you have Reshiram and Zekrom.
I love those.
They're awesome.
Oh.
Awesome. Thunder Dragon and a Fire Dragon.
Yeah.
So cool. Then you have Xerneas and Yveltal. I think they look so awesome. Then you have Sololego, I think. And I don't know what this one's called.
I don't know either.
But he looks so cool.
Yeah.
So, like, every cover legendary has been
They've
really
all
cool.
been pretty badass.
Except this one's kind of lame, I think.
Yeah, but it's
okay.
That's fine.
It's all right. It's not as
It's not
good.
horrible.
Yeah, it's probably the
It's
least
not
coolest.
It's not a wooden horse.
No.
So
Right. A wooden horse
Yeah,
and a metal snake?
that can't be right.
That can't be right.
No.
But what if this dude's spot on? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
It's got to be something better than that. Now, I could see one of them. I could totally see being a horse if you're going with a medieval theme, like war horse type of thing.
Yeah, maybe it's like a metal horse.
But
like
I don't
a
think it's gonna be
armored
wooden.
horse or something.
Yeah, it's going to be like a war horse. It's going to be a lot cooler than that. The snake, I don't really see. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I could see more like a lion.
Yeah, I would think there'd be some kind of lion type because,
Yeah.
like, England's known for, what are some English things?
Well, like the three lions is the England emblem,
Yeah,
the national team. So yeah, I'm thinking lions. Probably not dragon or any type of dragon.
yeah,
That's usually tied in with London, but I don't think that'll be one of them. Like I said, a war horse definitely I could see.
but just in general, some of the Pokemon, there'll probably be a dragon in the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, like, what are some, Londonish or Englandish
I mean,
animals or things, like legendary things that...
you mean other than sheep?
there'll probably be sheep.
There's gonna be a sheep.
There's
Yeah,
gonna
there
be
will.
a sheep.
Yeah, no, there'll be a type of sheep. There'll be some type of like English terrier.
Ooh!
type of
See,
thing.
so there is a, I think Gen 5, like Stoutland, I think is his name.
Okay. I don't
He's
know what that one
a...
is.
I'll show you him real quick. He's a cute little dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
So he's already a Pokemon.
Right.
So maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know.
Could see that. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that they do a lot of really cool things. So what are some of like the teams out there? Do they have any like mascots for their teams that maybe you could see becoming a Pokemon or something?
Not really. Because most of the English Premier teams, like, they don't have animals as their mascots.
Okay.
I mean, like, Manchester United is the Red Devils. There might be some impish devil type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal is like, I think Arsenal's just like a cannon. So, yeah, there's really not much of that.
Maybe there'll be a steel cannon Pokemon, like just a
cannon.
yeah. I mean, there's in other gens, there's a sword and a shield. There's all different stuff. So
Yeah.
there might be
It could be.
maybe like a ghost cannon or something, like a ghost steel type Pokemon or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, there's definitely going to be, I mentioned English Terrier. There's definitely going to be a Bulldog.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, like the whole Winston Churchill thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some type of Bulldog type of Pokemon. Because that's definitely associated with them too. So, definitely a lot of stuff with like Knights, Black Knights,
Yeah, I'm expecting to see knighted like Pokemon in armor.
Yeah.
What
There's
about a
gonna be-
teacup Pokemon?
Ooh,
Yeah, maybe. That wouldn't be horrible.
maybe.
Might be a little on the nose. But
So finally, here we're winding down here. You've been clear about it. Your team Grookey.
Team Grookey,
He's
let's
your
go.
dude.
Let's go.
I don't feel good about him. He looks like a little dirtbag.
Ride or die with Grookey.
Dimitri, who's your guy?
I always go for the fire type.
So you're a score bunny all the way.
Yep.
I guess like I got to stick with it. I'm gonna probably pick Sobble.
So that means if once we all get the game, we should all battle each other and see who wins.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
we're all
Triple
picking,
threat.
We're all picking 3 different ones. So
Yeah.
He just looks like. So look at this photo here.
Oh, God.
He
Just looks miserable.
he looks so miserable, but he also looks calculating. Like he's got his hands. He's like, "Wow,
Yeah, that's a little weird.
they're
That's-
they're not getting my money today."
Yeah.
Maybe it's all an act, and he's not
It's all
really.
an act, yeah.
He's like, "They're not getting my money."
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. I just want to grab him and squeeze him and tell him it's gonna be okay. And I just think he's gonna be so cool. I think he's gonna be a really cool water ghost Pokemon. I could be completely wrong. Maybe he is a water. If he's a water dragon, oh,
Yeah, that'd be nasty, too.
that'd be.
Yeah.
I just think that they're piling so much on him right away that
Yeah.
he's gonna be really cool. And I think Grookey just right off the bat, like everyone's like, "Oh, Grookey looks like he's a cool dude." Like I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. He's either gonna be really great or he's gonna really suck. One or the other. He's not. There's gonna be no.
Telling you.
It's not going to be like, oh, Grookey's all right. Like,
Yeah.
it's either going to be, oh man, this final evolution's awesome, or
No, yeah, he's going to be nasty.
he's got fairy wings.
He's going to be nasty.
A ponytail. Oh no.
No, he'll be
All
cooler
right,
than that.
so Dimitri, you got Score Bunny. I'm gonna go with Sobble, I guess. I don't know, I gotta see their final evolutions. Right now, initial Sobble's my dude. But if he's just like a Wooper or a Whiscash, I already
Yeah.
got a Whiscash. I don't need another
You
one.
don't need another one. No.
Yeah, I don't need another one. I
No.
hope not.
I'm
So I
telling
got
you.
I gotta see what their final forms look like.
Quagsire
But
2.0.
oh, don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. He just looks so cute and awesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He reminds me of like Charmander slightly, but Mudkip too. That's why I don't know. Looks like Charmander and Mudkip had a kid, and that's him. And he's just like depressed. Like he knows they'll never like reach the greatness of his parents, or he thinks he won't. He's like, oh, my dad's such a cool,
Yeah, sure.
Charmander, and my mom's such a cool Mudkip. Like I'm just I'm just so sad, and I owe so
Yeah.
much money. Oh, I don't know. But all right, real quick, one thing we're looking forward to, Dimitri. What do you?
So I got two things. One is the Tick Show on Amazon. The second season's coming out early April in about a month.
Oh, the Tick Show. I thought
Tick.
you said a tech show. I was like,
Oh, no,
what
the
tech show are you
Tick.
going to?
The Tick
Okay.
Show.
Was the first season good?
It was, yeah, it definitely was. And then One Punch Man season 2 is coming out in April as well.
Yes, and it's going to be on Hulu.
Yes, it is.
Yep. I'm not sure when the dub's coming, but the sub is coming. in
I'm
April.
watching the sub right away.
You just don't care?
No, well, I'll watch both.
Oh wow! All right. I'm going to wait a little bit because I want the dub. I like their dubbing. I'm going to wait. How about you, Jason?
Devil May Cry 5 comes out on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
So, Devil May Cry is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I never played the fourth one,
Okay.
I've played all of
but
them.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of going back and buying the anniversary edition that has all the games and replaying them, and
You
then
should.
buying.
Oh.
You
I
should.
might do it.
That's
I
what
wonder
I
if
did.
that's on Steam, the anniversary edition.
Probably. I would imagine it is. Yeah.
So you have the anniversary edition of all the games.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing it.
Yeah.
It's like $20 right
It's
now.
not bad. Yeah. No. It's,
Wait,
it's a
$20
good
for all 4 games?
deal.
Uh,
I think it's a little more than that. I paid like $35.
But, I mean, still for 4
I,
games.
still-
I
you
was
get all-
I
yeah.
was looking on. Is it all 4? Or is it just the first 3? And then
think
you
it's
have to
all
buy
4.
the
No,
fourth.
it's all 4.
Is it
Yeah.
all 4?
Yeah. The one I got is all 4.
For PS4?
Yeah.
Nice.
It has them
So-
for. It's for both.
I love Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So that
too.
DMC 5 Thursday. I think Thursday. Yeah. So
Have you finished playing any of the other games that you've talked about?
no. No, in fact it's kind of it's rough timing cuz I'm trying to get towards the end of Assassin's Creed and now DMC's coming out, so Assassin's Creed is going to go on the back burner for a bit. It's going to take me even longer now.
Anniversary collection. I can't find it right now, but I don't know. I thought it was just the.
Well, either way I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it
You should.
because.
It's a good game.
And I never played the fourth. I've only played the
Oh,
first
yeah.
3.
I mean the fourth is good. So
I want to play the. I think I got.
3 is still the best, I think.
I got
But,
angry because it wasn't him, or he wasn't going to be in the full game or whatever.
yeah.
So I was just like, oh, forget this. Like, I can't beat Dante. I'm all set.
Just because you're not Dante doesn't mean it's a bad game.
No, sure, yeah. So I just never played the fourth one, but I've always wanted to because it's one of my favorite. There it is. Devil May Cry
So
HD
on
collection.
Steam, Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 is
H-
$30.
HD collection is
HD
what
collection.
they call it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just the first 3, and then you got to buy the fourth.
Oh, maybe I had the fourth one then.
Because I
already.
was
don't
looking
know.
it up because I was like, I want to play all
Yeah.
4 before, but it's coming so soon. Am I going to do that now? I don't know.
If you really commit to it, yeah. It's up to you.
I don't know. What I'm looking forward to is this weekend we're having our 3rd Pokemon Go PvP tournament, the Tempest Cup. It is electric, flying, ice, and ground type Pokemon. It's going to be at Game Underground again. 4 o'clock start time where you come in, you can set up your teams and everything, and then at 5 o'clock tournament start. So sharp 5 o'clock. We're not going to have any issues like last time. Right at 5 o'clock, we're starting things, getting things going. We're also going to have a Ultra League tournament called Luck is for Winners tournament. It's going to be green, yellow, and gold colored Pokemon and lucky Pokemon. You get to choose from to use as your team, and that's going to be our Ultra League, where if you win, you get money, prizes, stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this tournament. It's definitely a short turnaround from the last one. We only had 2 weeks in between, so I'm hoping we get an all right turnout. But I think the Tempest Cup is going to be the best cup so far. I like the typings a lot. I think it's going to be a really cool tournament. So I'm looking forward to playing both. I think it's going to be a good time. And then we're going to have a big long break between this one and our fourth tournament. It's going to be sometime towards the end of April. But we don't even know what it's going to be yet. But I'm excited. I love PvP. It's getting better and better. They just started a fighting event in Pokemon Go. So it's a bunch of fighting Pokemon coming around.
Yeah.
And some new special punch move in the game, like bulk up punch or something that hooks you up. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much.
Nice.
But that's what's going on in Pokemon Go. So we look forward to the tournament. We'll definitely talk about it next week. We have a Comic-Con coming up soon, Dimitri, right? What is it, Northeast Comic-Con? What is it? Which one is it called?
Yep, Northeast Comic-Con's in about 2 weeks.
So we'll be going to that, so we'll be talking about that in the show. We'll have Mitch on soon again to talk CT GamerCon the last couple moments before. We also have this weekend Captain Marvel.
That's right.
We gotta
yeah.
go.
It is
We gotta
this
go.
weekend. Wow, yeah.
We gotta go and talk about it. So Captain Marvel,
It's coming up.
we gotta watch it. So maybe we'll have a full review of that on Tuesday. Pokemon tournament. That definitely some wrestling talk. We're overdue. Got to get all you wrestle heads out there.
Yeah.
Gonna have some wrestling talk next week for sure. Hands down. Be ready for some wrestling talk. There's been a lot of good stuff that's happening on New Japan and WWE. Maybe give Jason some time to catch up on the New Japan stuff, and we'll have a big wrestling segment next week. So be ready for that. So again, you can find us on all the social medias at Static Riff Radio. You can find us on any podcast platform, iTunes, Spotify, all those. And you can find us here on the Go Network. Same static place, same static time. I love you all. Good night.